to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome to Eccentric. This is your 2022 yearly reading for Aries energy. As I am pulling your monthly cards, I am going to give you a few disclaimers, okay? Remember, energy comes to you, from you, and happens around you. And if I say that something's going to happen in a certain month, it doesn't mean that it has to happen that way. It can happen at any time of the year, okay? If I happen to give some kind of information that sounds like medical advice, I'm not a medical professional. Use your discernment. It's not medical advice, okay? All right, so let's continue on here. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Off the top. Aries, I had to actually redo your whole reading, and I'm finding that the same message that I got last time when I was shuffling your cards is showing up now, and I think that's so funny, because I heard off the top last time, I believe, that was your reading. So something about off the top. No, y'all, candle did not just burn out on me. Are you kidding me? How rude is that? What are y'all doing? Alright, y'all just bear with me, yo. Because I got some situation over here with this tea light. Alright, December. We're not finna play around. I'm not shooting this video again. I'm like, I cannot deal right now. Alright, Aries, we got January. Action. You got the action card for January, the number 17. There you go. What we got? We got the 10 of Pentacles. Take action toward your 10 of Pentacles. Get out of that 8 of Swords energy. You are having this stuck energy when you're supposed to be actually taking action. Maybe there's a certain way you have to take action because it's a legal situation. So you gotta be strategic, or there's certain rules to the action you gotta take in order to get this 10 of Pentacles. But with this 8 of Swords energy, somebody is getting out of jail. Aries, I think that's interesting too. There was action taken on their behalf, and somebody's bail got paid. But for you, Aries, it's very important that you recognize that now, like before, when you couldn't take action, you can take action now. Like justice has happened to where you can actually take action now. So after a waiting period, I think that you're probably not recognizing now you can actually do something when before you couldn't do something. Or you're going to get documentation that allows you to do something that you couldn't do before in January, okay? But there is by itself that 10 of Pentacles energy coming through for Aries. And maybe some of you took action, and this is why you're bringing in that 10 of Pentacles. Maybe you've already gotten out of that 8 of Swords energy, and because you did that, justice was balanced, and you received that 10 of Pentacles energy, okay? All right, what we got going on for February? We got community for February, okay? All right. What we got going on with this community card? That's the number 7. So you got 2 number 7s so far. That's telling you to do your research, I tell you that. But some of you, it's telling you you're on the right path because you've done your research and you've already, started implementing your strategy, Aries, right? Some of y'all are dealing with legal documentation. Some of y'all are dealing with a lawyer. You got 4 cards over here. Page of Spears, Queen of Discs, Spears and discs are swords and pinnacles. Three pinnacles, and then you got the nine of spears, which is nine of swords. Um, Aries, you're worried about whether something is going to work out properly or not. I think that a lot of what you're doing deals with whether paperwork is done right, whether information is right or not. Um, some of you may be dealing with a situation where you're relying on this Queen of Discs to interpret things for you. You know how a lot of people don't understand legal like words and stuff, and they need a lawyer or somebody paralegal to tell them what everything means. Okay? Now, you may be getting information coming in, some kind of correspondence, email, phone call, news about either going to school, or maybe it's this earth sign person wanting to go to school. This seems like an older child, Aries, maybe teenager to late 20s, um, that you may be hearing back. Maybe they got a scholarship or something like that. Or you're worried about whether a child is going to even be able to go to school, like how it's going to be paid for and things like that. And this could be either an earth sign child or a air sign child. Okay, earth signs are Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Air sign is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, we're going to move on over to February's energy. Journey. Usually when the journey card comes out, the first thing I think is travel. Now, it doesn't have to be physical travel. It could be spiritual travel too. It could be you going on a spiritual journey. Also, sometimes this card is speaking of 12th house stuff, like a past loved one or passing over in some kind of way. So we'll see what this is about. For some odd reason, they had me give you all of those explanations because there's a lot of Aries out there and y'all got different storylines, okay? So you've got the sun. I heard the bakery. There's a bakery or the bakery. You've got the seven of rods energy, and you've got the queen of spears. So you got a lot of air energy, information energy, communication energy going on. And in March is definitely something you're going to have to pay more attention to. You're going to have to be studious about things, Aries. The situations that you're dealing with in March are not going to allow you to just skim over stuff or be like relaxed in the way that you communicate. Some of y'all might be having professional arguments at work. Because you're definitely dealing with this seven of wands energy, and like it seems like a situation between somebody that's wise and somebody that's just a know-it-all. You know, wise people don't speak much, but know-it-alls are always trying to show people what they know. So this may be somebody at work that you're dealing with, but if it's not, you may be dealing with a person or a group of people who are literally having like envious tendencies toward you. They have this perception of you that you think that you are all high and mighty because you are embodying this Queen of Spears energy and you have this wisdom that you're sharing, and you've got people judging you for it. But that's okay, because with this Sun card, the right people are listening to you and are hearing you. You know, when you're a magnet, you attract a lot of things. You know, some things that are for you and some things that are not for you, and you've got to really like use that filter. Okay, some of you are definitely it's like you're not traveling exactly in March, but you may be talking about travel plans. Okay, so like if you live in California, you're talking about traveling to like Florida. Like it's that kind of distance. and you're needing to get away and just take a break. Like there's this vacation energy that is needed in March. You're needing to take a trip, but I don't feel like it's something that's planned, even though it will have a little bit of planning to it. It's something where you just needed to get away from that Seven of Wands energy. Okay, regroup and come back before you start acting out of character, right? You got indecision in April. Okay, we got indecision in April. The root chakra is coming out. They're talking about how your root chakra needs attention in April, Aries. Please address your root chakra, Aries, in April. It is you. What else? Ooh, persnickety. I mean, they are so specific about what I'm pulling out right now. You got the Page of Spears, you got the Page of Discs, and you got healing, the Four of Spears. So, again, there's children coming up. This could be your childhood. This could be just two people acting like kids. This could be arguments with an ex. This could be just you having an immature exchange with somebody, okay? Or you could be witnessing, mediating, somehow, some way this energy is happening around you where there are two children fighting, or two people that are acting immature and they're fighting, and you're trying to help bring healing to the situation, and they're at odds. It's literally like conflict resolution situation. um This could also be a divorce. You may be witnessing it, or you may be going through it. And then, you got that healing part. It's interesting the messages that are coming out for you. Wow. Some of you may be taking a class on like pottery. That's coming up too. Now, as far as that indecision card is concerned, um, you are trying not to take sides if you're mediating or witnessing people at odds with each other. That's what's going on with that indecision card. Um, to a different degree, some of you Aries are trying to figure out who to take with you out of an air sign or a Pentacles. You're trying to figure out an earth sign who should come with you, or who you should be like doing business with or friends with. It's like, who should you associate with out of those two, right? You got number 38. You got the heart chakra, Archangel Raphael, the fourth chakra. All right, let's see what's going on in May. I heard one happy family for May. That's very interesting. I heard love me the way that you want to be loved, or love me the way that you want to be treated. Okay? I've got the Queen of Cups, and I've got the Ace of Wands, I've got the Queen of Wands, and then I've got the King of Spears. Aries, some of y'all may be dealing with a soap opera situation. This is way too many people. I'm sorry. So you got two queens and a king, and anytime two queens and a king show up, whether it's a guy being cheated on or a woman being cheated on, either way it goes, there's one person too many in the mix, and somebody is not liking this, not wanting this situation. With that Ace of Wands, there's definitely something going on that is not cool when it comes to somebody doing something with somebody else behind someone's back. Okay? And maybe that, when we backtrack to April, maybe your intuition was telling you something, but you couldn't decide because you didn't have enough information. I feel like in May, you're going to find out. This person is no longer able to hide. And I feel like in April, you had that sun card. I believe that was for April. You had that sun card. The sun was shedding light on this. So it was only a matter of time before you found out about this other person, whether you're male or female, whether that person is male or female. There's somebody else there in a passionate connection, in an adult R-rated connection with somebody else besides you. Okay? Healing to your heart chakra. But I feel like this is something that you needed to see, something that you needed to go through, just for your own growth and your own self-love journey, right? June, we've got walking away. Bam, the story is telling itself. You are walking away, Aries, or someone is walking away from you, because again, energy comes to you, from you, happens around you. You could have been the one caught. Okay? I don't discriminate. There's definitely some walking away. I mean, man, there's a whole situation where somebody was wearing your partner's clothes, or you were wearing an article of clothing that belonged to somebody else's partner. It's very interesting. Okay, so with this walking away card for June, you've also got the Ace of Discs, the Strength card, and the Ten of Rods. And what I find interesting is that when you, like, if it was you, Aries, that walked away from a situation and you busted somebody out, you had to learn that that person was bad mojo, because all of a sudden you getting promoted, you getting blessings upon blessings, and you're going on a healing journey right now. You got this strength card, but you got the strength of the divine and the support of the divine, and you're being promoted. You're being rewarded for walking away from this situation, because it was, of course, difficult to do. But you're also being shown that this person was affecting your money, affecting your blessings in some kind of way. Okay? And some of you who are not dealing with a relationship situation in June is your best time to be taking risks when it comes to business, jobs. Ask for what you want. Ask for your raise. Ask for what you're worth too. Don't be afraid to do so. And don't be afraid to go without in order to gain more. You will be provided for. Okay? That's very, very important. Some of you Aries may be dealing with a Leo that you're walking away from, or a Leo's walking away from you. Let's look at July. We got yin yang, that Wu-Sai energy, that I'm in a place where I feel kind of okay and balanced. They said that's the calm before the storm, Aries, because, healing journeys, depending on the person, they don't just happen overnight, right? So what's going on with this yin yang card for July, Spirit, for Aries energy? Oh, we had those two together. All right, so for July, we've got this dang Seven of Rods. We got the Queen of Spears, and we got the Strength card again. So this Queen of Spears from way back when is who is bringing the adversity into your life. No wonder they said that this is like the calm before the storm, because even though you walked away and you're on a healing journey, there's still maybe a person or some people, especially if you got a divorce and you still are connected with the family. There's some people that are being messy, that are being instigative. Okay, and you're having to navigate through that now, and really figure out who you can trust and who you can't, especially because you're playing a different role in their life than you did before. Some people may be taking advantage of you because you're no longer in that connection anymore, and they may be gaslighting you or manipulating you in some kind of way. Okay, so if you need to take time out away from everybody just to regroup so you can see who needs to stay and who needs to go, definitely do so. Okay, that's very important. You've got, for August, the Goddess of the Moon. the goddess of the moon for August. Woo! Let's see what's going on for August. Aries, whatever split up, whatever you walked away from, you're going to find out more information about it in August that you didn't know. You're going to find out more. Okay, so what you thought you knew wasn't the end of it. Okay? And this goes for all of you, regardless of if you were in a relationship or not. What you thought you knew, there's more to the story. And I feel like when you get this part of the story, you're going to feel like you were definitely saved from something. You're going to understand fully why you're no longer in that situation. You got the Ace of Wands, Judgment, and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're definitely finding something out about a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius person. Even more about that person and what they were doing behind your back. With the Judgment card, it's a review of your situation with this person, because I think it was important for you to get this extra information before you could fully move forward. Okay? And also, I think it was for your protection too. It was a situation where you had to go back and look, because maybe this person took money from you as y'all were splitting up and you didn't know about it, or maybe this person kept something from you that had to do with a benefit that they got because they were connected to you. So an example would be like if you got divorced, right? And maybe there was a check that came to with both of your names on it, or it was supposed to be for both of you, but they never told you and they cashed it and they kept it. Something like that. To where you can get justice for it. Or they may have just physically taken something from you. Some of y'all, you're dealing with a person that's wild. Like, they have, like, when y'all were splitting up, they took the time out to, like, get some information, get your information so they could, like, hack you or something, or use your identity for something. So, and you didn't know that they did it. But you're going to find out. And they're going to definitely, if you take the proper, channels, justice will be served for that. Okay? The Thinking Woman. You got the Thinking Woman for September. Sometimes you don't know people until you take away your energy, and you'll find out who they really are. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm also hearing, don't underestimate people, because you never know what they're capable of, even if you feel like you're capable of much more. It's not worth the loss that happens because of the circumstances. All right, we got the Sun, the King of Spears. You definitely got an air sign in your life. And then we got the Queen of Discs. So you got an air, fire, and earth sign in your life. But Leo energy is really dominant in your reading, okay? So you got the Thinking Woman. And Aries, you got way too many people with way too much drama, because you got drama outside of you. You got drama with people directly. Like, it's too much. So for September, there's going to be a meeting, Aries. You're going to be at this meeting, and there's going to be a meeting. It looks more like a board meeting, but it could be any kind of meeting. The family could be meeting or whatever. But this meeting is about how a company or a family or a project is going to move forward, and who's going to have what responsibilities. Okay? For some of you, this project has to do with being of service to the community. Okay? For other people, This, for other people, this is business. It's like, okay, what kind of business are we going to be doing moving forward? How is it going to look? Aries, you may be being asked to take a leadership position. There's a board of directors involved with this, Aries. And I think that they want your expertise because you're a good strategist. Okay? Beautiful Aries, what are we doing for October? October! You've got envy. Yeah, as if we didn't know that that existed before we got to October. People hating. So, that's a lot. October, you got envy in the now. And then you've got the Ace of Wands again. Again, there's this, somebody's mad at you because you stole their man. And we know that, nobody can be stolen. They go willingly. We got the Nine of Wands, Ace of Wands, Nine of Wands. This is a situation. And even if you didn't steal nobody's man, quote unquote, if I feel like somebody chose you out of a third party situation and now you're having to protect yourself because the other person doesn't want to let go. They feel very, very entitled. Okay? And you're having to be defensive and protect your interests. But Aries, ask yourself, is it worth being with this person? If they're going to have drama in their life like this, because one thing I can tell you from experience is if you are chosen out of a third party situation and then you feel like you have to protect yourself and the other person is acting out negatively toward you, it's probably because the other person is still gaslighting them, leading them on in some kind of way, giving them breadcrumbs and not just really cutting it off like they're supposed to. Okay? But some of you, it's not even a romantic relationship. Oh my goodness. Some of you, your mother-in-law turned on you, Aries. She turned on you. She was smiling in your face. And it's a mother-in-law specifically. Now that you're getting divorced, she's a whole different person toward you. So you're really learning some things. It's literally like Snow White's mom. Shame. Stay away from her. My goodness. And for those of you Aries not dealing with a situation, you may be dealing with jealousy at work or in your business. Other people who are wanting what you have or what they think you have. Okay? Shame. And you have every right to defend yourself as long as you're within the law. Okay? Michael. You've got the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, for the month of November. All right, Archangel Uriel, the 7th chakra. You are definitely, by the time November comes, you're definitely being enlightened about a whole bunch of stuff. I think you're going to realize so much because I feel like throughout the year, you're giving certain people chances and trying to put up healthy boundaries, and then you're realizing that you have to cut them completely off. And they were saying there's snakes in the garden, so while you're out there tending, you've got to really pay attention because there's snakes in the garden. You're doing a lot of learning, Aries, in learning and healing. You've got the 3 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. You are doing a lot of learning and healing. Remember, for you, where you're going to be like, wow, aha, I get it. I understand all of these cups now. I'm no longer confused. Okay? And it's like you were already on a healing journey, but this is actually in November where your healing journey begins, because you were still you were on a healing journey, but you were still learning lessons even after you left that situation. Very interesting. I heard the remnants of a glass house. That's what I heard. For December, Aries, you have got door to personal healing and happiness. Perfect. Because you needed it. You need some peace in your life after all of this, man. I don't know what's the deal with all of these people in your life, but they need to have several seats. Oh my goodness. It's just too much, Aries. Too much. For, you know what, and for your finances, for those of you who just want to know about finances, don't overspend and you'll be okay. Curb your enthusiasm for department stores and going out and stuff, and you'll be just fine. I'm not going to tell you that you're going to do absolutely great financially in 2022, but you're not going to do bad either, because you do have the ace of discs card coming up a couple of times. You got the strength card and then you got the hermit card. So the more that you lean into the lesson and allow yourself to learn and to evolve and heal, the more that ace of discs energy is going to be stronger for you. But 2022, Aries, you're going to constantly be triggered to go into hermit mode. You're going to constantly have to tap into universal strength, because people are going to try you. But it's very important. They say that don't go into victim mode. Do not find comfort in victim mode. Okay? And of course, own up to your part in things. And if you need reconciliation, Aries, don't worry about trying to make people have conversations. Take it up with spirit. Don't take it up with the people directly if they don't want to talk. Don't try to force anything. Okay? So yeah, and for my single Aries, 2022, you can date and have fun, but I wouldn't try to get into anything serious, okay? Now, do what you will, because you're grown, but I warned you. All right? So have a beautiful day, loves. I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.